And now, Andrew Knows Everything proudly presents Cinderella, based on the story of Cinderella. Andrew's Doors, I hope you enjoyed it. Once upon a time, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had four ugly, mean stepsisters: Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Ella. Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Ella made Cinderella do all the chores. Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Ella. One day, the king of 51N's messenger said, Hear ye, the king of 51N is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Quintuppling. But Cinderella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are. Fiona said, He's going to marry me. Isabella said, No way, Fiona. He's going to marry me. Verona said, Both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. Ella said, All three of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. Later, Cinderella is so sad that she cannot go to the ball and marry Prince Quintuppling. Suddenly, her fairy godmother asks, Why are you crying, Cinderella? Cinderella responds, I got a lot of chores to be done. I can't go to the ball and marry Prince Quintuppling. The fairy godmother said, I can help with a bit of magic. Quantity, woo! The fairy godmother's magic did all the chores and then turned Cinderella's do-rag and ribbed dress into a gown and crown. Cinderella said, I've never seen such a fantastic dress, and get a load of my glass slippers. But she's not done yet. The fairy godmother said, Fetch me. Cinderella, go fetch me a good old pumpkin. Luckily, Cinderella has 5 pumpkins, and the fairy godmother turned the 5 pumpkins into a handsome coach. It's drawn by 10 strong horses. The fairy godmother said, Have fun, Cinderella, but I would warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken. Cinderella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Quintuppling said, Who should I marry? Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Ella said all together, He's walking towards me. Well, he's not walking towards any of them, but Prince Quintuppling is walking towards Cinderella. Cinderella and Prince Quintuppling danced happily together. But later, Cinderella realized it's almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball. And when she was running so fast, she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Quintuppling was so worried that she might never see Cinderella again. So he traveled all around 51N to find her, bringing the tiny glass slipper with him. He knocked on the door where Cinderella and her 4 ugly mean stepsisters live. Prince Quintuppling said to her stepsisters, Ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on this glass slipper? Fiona is first. but her foot is too small. Isabella is next, but her foot is too big. Verona and Ella are last, but neither of the feet match. Suddenly, Prince Quintuple noticed Prince Fiverella's sweet singing. Prince Quintuple, is that really you? Of course it's me, Fiverella. Prince Fiverella is so excited because she's happy to have her Prince Quintuple back. And they all lived happily ever after. The end. And take care, Andrew Stewards. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents 56 Cinderella. It is based on the story of Cinderella with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there lived a young woman named 56 Cinderella. 56 Cinderella had 8 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Fatima, Ivana, Fernanda, Tasha, Yadina, Sophia, Isabella, and Xavier. All 8 of them made 56 Cinderella do all the chores and watch her work. 56er wench! Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all! Said Fatima, Ivana, Fernanda, Tasha, Yadina, Sophia, Isabella, and Xavier all together. One day, the king of Sex Queen Quadrintubleham's messenger arises and says, Hear ye, the king of Sex Queen Quadrintubbleham, his majesty, is going to throw a ball, and with lots of food. And after dinner at 10 o'clock, whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Sex Queen Quadrintubling. Can I come? Asks 56 Cinderella. But she's not invited. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters are. He's going to marry me, said Fatima. No way, Fatima, you're wrong. He's going to marry me, said Ivana. Both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me, said Verona. The rest say, all 3 of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. They even tear her 56 Cinderella's party dress. Later, at 8 o'clock at night, 56 Cinderella is distraught, sad, and upset, doing chores about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Sex Queen Quadrintubling. Suddenly, 56 Cinderella's very godmother arrives and comforts her. There now, 56 Cinderella, my dear. I can help with a bit of magic. And so, she waves her magic wand to do all the chores for 56 Cinderella. But she's not done yet. She says, 56 Cinderella, go fetch me a pumpkin and some ice. Luckily, 56 Cinderella has 56 pumpkins and 112 mice. 56 Cinderella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again. And to turn the 56 pumpkins into a handsome coach, the 112 mice into horses, and 56 Cinderella's fairy clothes into gown and crown. 56 Cinderella says, I've never seen such a Sex Queen Quadrintubble-tastic gown. Get it out of my glass slippers. Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you enough? And climbs into the coach. 56 Cinderella's fairy godmother says, well, you can't. But have fun, 56 Cinderella. But I would warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken and everything will change back to the way it was before normal. And gives her a clock to tell her what time it is. It's 9 o'clock now. 56rella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, the king of Sex Quinquaginton Tumlingham says, "Good evening, everyone." Prince Sex Quinquagintumpling was wondering who to marry. "Isn't that right, son?" In which Prince Sex Quinquagintumpling responds, "Yes, father, at 10 o'clock. 56rella arrives at the ball for the food first. Just in time!" 56rella then sees Prince Sex Quinquagintumpling. Her mean, ugly, wicked stepsisters, Fatima to Xavier, say, "He's walking towards me!" all together. But Prince Sex Quinquagintumpling is not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards 56rella. After dinner, Prince Sex Quinquagintumpling then asks, "May I have this dance?" And so 56rella responds, "I would be delighted." 56rella and Prince Sex Quinquagintumpling dance happily together. But later, 56rella checks her clock. It's almost midnight! So she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost both her glass slippers. Prince Sex Quinquagintumpling was really worried that he might never see 56rella again. The king of Sex Quinquagintumplingham comforts him by saying, There now, son. I think we'll be able to find 56rella." And so the king of Sex Quinquagintumplingham and Prince Sex Quinquagintumpling traveled all around the neighborhood to find 56rella and brought the 2 glass slippers with them. By the time they arrived, they knocked on the door of the home where 56rella and her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters lived. But instead of 56rella, they find her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Fatima to Xavier. Prince Sex Quinquagintumpling then says, "Ladies, my father, the king of Sex Quinquagintumplingham, and I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on these 2 glass slippers?" Fatima is first, but her feet are too big. Ivana is next, but her feet are too small. "Nonsense! They fit!" she said. The rest did the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, the king of Sex Quinquagintumpling and the king of Sex Quinquagintumpling, Prince, noticed 56rella's sweet singing. "Prince Sex Quinquagintumpling and your majesty, is that you guys?" she hollered excitedly. "The glass slippers fit!" And 56rella, the king of Sex Quinquagintumpling and Prince Sex Quinquagintumplingham lived happily ever after. The end. And Andrew's Doers, I hope this was a fun story parody. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Does Everything, and buy our merchandise at AndrewDoesEverything.com. And take care. Bye.